Hi, thanks for joining. I'm Sophia Levis, co-founder and CEO of EverSmart City. EverSmart City is a mixed-use IRL smart community built with shipping containers to provide affordable housing powered by renewable energy, has sustainable agriculture, and is integrated with blockchain technology. The pilot city will be built in Phoenix, Arizona, breaking ground in 2023.
My name is Mark Anthony, co-founder of EverSmart City. If this is your first time seeing one of our videos, just be sure to hit the like button, as well as subscribe. Check out our channel, through our videos, start watching some of our old videos, and hit the notification bell so you can get an update every time we drop a new video.
All right, today's episode is on smart city visitor and resident safety. The US has endured the most mass shootings in the world, and the definition of which we'll refer to as an event which more than 4 people are shot. Schools, parades, small towns, workplaces have all been affected, in addition to cities. Safety is our main focus at EverSmart City. So, Mark, let's dig into and discuss some of the ways that EverSmart is using technology to ensure the safety of visitors and residents alike.
We're coming into a really interesting time where all these IoT technologies are starting to merge together and prevail in necessity, especially with obviously these cameras. We all have now like Google Nest or um, Amazon cameras in our home. We got all types of security cameras, but now there's even buildings that are creating AI assisted cameras that help with gun recognition. And some of these are even being tested in buildings right now, government buildings and schools. And we're going to be implementing all the latest and greatest technology in terms of facial recognition and gun recognition technology, software, and AI. Some of the technology specific are going to be drones. I actually have one of the drones that is already being used today. It's called Zero Eyes. Here's a picture of it. And Zero Eyes is a company, in its partnership primarily for artificial intelligence powered drones more than anything. That's their specialty in gun detection technology. That's their main focus here at Zero Eyes, and they're starting to integrate their artificial intelligence um, with automated drones and robotic ground assets produced by Allison Robotics to avert when necessary and respond to active shooter situations. Zero Eyes has proprietary technology that uses artificial intelligent components coupled with CCTVs to enable instant detections of guns within the sweep range of video equipment. Those capacities will now be loaded on Ashland's drones. Drones are a new line of hardware that Ashland's created. They're already pretty famous with security cameras. Now they're adding drones and robotic dogs, which have been developed in particular for security operations by both private and government users, especially the dogs in terms of going into a hostile place, not real dogs, robotic dogs, and doing a security scan. So while the objective of the fixed camera artificial intelligence application is to detect and react to the presence of a gun before it can be used, its deployment on the drones and the robotic assets like the robotics dogs be used especially valuable in identifying firearms carried by active shooters in a panic or chaotic situation when people aren't calmly walking around, but people are chaotic and frantic and running around. Uh, these robotic assets will be able to have high detection software thanks to the artificial intelligence, where um, whether they're using drones or it's linked to ground video mounted cameras. Zero Eyes platform immediately identifies guns and feeds, and with their tests, they've been able to do it within 3 to 5 seconds and be able to communicate a warning to the company's meaning Zero Eyes, military trained operational center analysts for human verification. So they have like a back office somewhere, a center, an operations center somewhere where they have military trained analysts to verify every single time that the software, the AI sends a red flag, it gets verified. So those expert eyes then either determine to alert false identification or to contact law enforcement to intervene. And this product's already being used in K through 12 schools, universities, and commercial buildings and businesses, and U.S. military bases at both the state and local governments across the U.S. So it's already being used and tested. They're one of the kind of leaders right now in terms of drones and what's on there. So we'll definitely be implementing that for security all throughout our community. As well as metal detectors, we'll have a single point of entry into the community for patrons or visitors. Now, residents will have a separate entry, and all the residents will have all of their obviously personal information with the community because they have to obviously pass background checks to live there. And if they do have any thing registered in their name, that would show on their background checks when they apply to live in our communities. So when it comes to our residents, we'll have a deep understanding of who is who and where people are and who has what. But when it comes to the patrons and visitors, not only do we want to protect our residents, we want to protect other visitors. So we'll be using a single point of entry into the community, as well as metal detectors and gun detection software at that point of entry to help determine if there's any safety protocols that need to be further expanded upon. We'll also be using like geo-targeting messaging or apps similar to the Citizen app. If you guys ever used the Citizen app before or haven't, it's a really cool app. You basically log in and it updates you all 911 calls in your area, whether it's a car crash, a burglary, a house fire, even storms. I got an update on my phone just the other night of monsoon, severe wind, stay indoors. It updates you almost instantly. I even have a personal experience just this past weekend on Sunday. I was driving through the industrial area by where a friend of mine stays, and I saw black smoke coming out of the building. So I immediately called 911, obviously, and reported a fire. And they forwarded my phone call, or they forwarded me to the fire department. I spoke to the fire department. We had our conversation. As soon as I hung up the phone, the Citizen app gave me a notification 400 feet away that there has been a call of a building fire at the address is named, and it even provided the dispatch call, the conversation that I had with the 911 operator. That was also there in the app to listen to as well. It had the entire the 911 call. And it does that with almost everything. And the Assistant app also allows you to, if you're near that area, you can add video footage. Like if you can start recording live and add. You say if it's a fire or a car accident or something, or something's going on and you're in the area, you can go and add live footage to it to the archive to kind of help give other people in the area more information. There's also a comment thread. You can comment. It also even allows you to add friends on the app with people in your phone contacts, say if they're family members, and it can show you where those people are within the app if they're your family members, and tell you even their phone battery percentage. So they even also have a security feature, almost like a follow me feature, where you can pay for a service where it's almost like a virtual bodyguard, and it will protect you all the way to when you get home. So
And
those are
that
some of
is
the,
such an important feature for women. So I was telling Mark before we learned about this technology, what like me and my girlfriends, what we do is when we are going to go out on a date or, we're going out somewhere, we let each other's know, especially if we're going on a date, we take a picture, we take a slide picture of the guy that we're with. We take a picture of their car, their license plate, and we send it and we tell them, hey, text me at 10 o'clock to make sure I got to where I need to get to. So this app kind of just, it's like your bodyguard kind of like, and it's like your girlfriend check and your wingman. So it's pretty amazing software, and all technology is really just moving in such great speeds and stuff. And we're going to implement that. Was there more that you want to talk about regarding
Yeah, there's just
citizen?
one more that example you gave of the Citizen app with the operating room, the ER, where they had gotten an alert that there was a car accident nearby and that somebody was seriously injured, and it kind of gave them enough heads up to prep an emergency room. So by the time the ambulance got there, before they even got the call, they already knew that somebody was on the way because of the Citizen app, and they were able to prep the room enough, and it was just enough heads up notice that they were able to save the person's life because of it.
So it's really great technology that we're going to be in alignment with and affiliated with, that's going to allow for us to be able to geo-target SMS and messaging. So if there is an event within the smart city, within the community, that we can let people know with their phones, can be alerted, just kind of the way that people are alerted when there is like an earthquake or whatnot. It just geo-targets your phone. Similar technology that lets people know what's going on and where to go, like what we need them to do, whether it's to shelter in place or to move to a different part of the community, safe zones, things like that. In addition, in partnership with Humanifest, the nonprofit Humanifest, will be providing self-defense Krav Maga classes, which is the very easy to learn and very simple self-defense tactics that are very realistic. It's things like how to deal with if somebody grabs your hand and tries to pull you into a van. Like, how do you get out of that type of simple type of grab? And we're going to be making sure that the women and the girls in the community are all afforded the opportunity to learn Krav Maga self-defense, uh, free of charge, provided through Humanifest. And of course, there'll be other martial arts styles that will be available to the community members, both the public and residents alike, to both, to help and teach discipline as well as it teaches situational awareness. And martial arts is just incredible to have as far as fitness and all kinds of amazing benefits. So thank you so much for joining us, continuing the conversation with you in Discord. We dropped the first NFT backed by a smart city that has future staking abilities, and now we've opened up crowdfunding for all. So we're really excited about this. For as little as $100, you can partake in the grassroots of EverSmart City. So be a part of history and invest in a sustainable future. Go to wefunder.com/smart city. See the link below. EverSmart City, where technology enhances the human experience.